Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Skyblock News. I'm your host, Derailious, and today we're going to be going over the Diana V2 event, more specifically, Mythos Fragments and how they might be a little bit too rare. Before we begin, though, I just want to say please make sure to like and subscribe down below, as it really helps out the channel a lot. Use code RAIL on the Hypixel store for 5% off your order. It is the best way to support the channel. Thank you all so much. Without any further ado, though, let's get started here. Alright, so the major point of contention with regard to this update is the Mythos Fragment, which was introduced as part of the update and is basically meant to be an upgrade path for a lot of the gear used within it. So if I go to the Mythos gear, for example, there are 4 Mythos Fragments that are needed for each piece, total of 8 pieces. Kind of makes sense, you'll need 32 of them. Then on top of that, there's the Griffin, which you will want to upgrade in order to get the best rates and get the best mobs. You will need 48 Mythos Fragments for that. Then on top of that, there's the Spade. The Spade needs to be upgraded to get the maximum burrow chain length, and then you also need to get the upgrade for this as well. That will cost another 16 fragments, not even including the Reforge, which I don't even know the name of at the moment. Then on top of that, there's the Hephaestus Anvil. This is something that you might want to make multiple of. These are 32 Mythos Fragments each. The reason why you're going to want this is because it allows you to upgrade the pet items. This is not by itself out of the ordinary for Skyblock. You know, needing 100 to 150 of something, not that unusual for Skyblock or Skyblock events. However, the rarity of the Mythos Fragment in comparison to those other items which you need 100 or 150 of is completely ridiculous. This goes way beyond even stuff like the Glossy Gemstone when it first came out, and its rates were exceedingly low. People are reporting around 1, maybe 2 Mythos Fragments an hour with the current best gear and the upgraded Spade, the Tier 2 Spade. When you get the Spade to Tier 3, you get a few more Mythos Fragments per hour, maybe 3. But even then, that is not a lot for something that you need quite a few of in total, not even including the repeatable reasons that you would want to get, extra fragments. Like, for example, for your Hephaestus Anvils, which you are going to need in order to upgrade your pet items on multiple different pets. I want to make it clear, this needs to be changed, in my view, by the next event, or maybe even during this event. I do not want to turn Mythos Fragments into one of those things which a ton of people grind out over the next 6 months, and then 6 months down the line, they finally push a buff. It is exceedingly clear to the player base here that the rates for Mythos Fragments are abhorrent compared to pretty much everything else in the event. This is time-locked. It's not something you can just do whenever you want. You have to actually lock in the hours during a certain time period of Diana. Doesn't feel fair, doesn't feel right to me. Please heavily consider buffing the rates significantly. 2x, 3x, maybe even 4x. On top of that, if they're really worried about the rates of the Mythos Fragments going up too high, you can buff the amount that you need for the Hephaestus Anvil from 32 to like 48 or maybe even 64 if they increase the rate significantly, but even I don't think that they should do that. It's fine for certain items to not be ludicrously rare. There are a bunch of additions as part of this update that are in fact rare that players will be going for, but something like, for example, the Mythic Griffin currently costing almost 1 billion coins in Mythos Fragments, to me, feels a little bit ridiculous. Most players, if not all players, are going to want this. And obviously, this is just based off of a normal profile. On an Iron Man, it'd be different. You have to grind these out all yourself. But you get the picture here. I think that this is just a little bit excessive, and hopefully you agree. Leave your thoughts down below. What are you thinking about this event? For the most part, I think things are pretty solid. I just think this is a little bit much. Also, I wanted to give you guys a fun fact. If you look at the price of Chimera right now, Chimera 1 is sitting at around 53 to 57 million coins, which means it's worth about 2.5 Mythos Fragments. You heard that right. So anything that requires Mythos, you can take a look here. And Mythos Fragment is around 19.9 mil. So about 2.5 of them, that gets you 1 Chimera, just to show you how strange the odds are right now. Wrapping up here, I really do hope that the team takes a look at Mythos Fragment rates in the near future, like within the next event, because oh boy are things completely wacky right now and don't make a ton of sense. Players might even have all of the other items they need from the event before they've maxed out in terms of Mythos Fragments, which just feels totally backwards to me. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and look to the future, fellas. I'll see you then.